Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. Let's talk about makeup. So I'm back from vacation. I am tanned, I am rested. Okay, that's a lie. It was a family vacation with 5 children. There was no rest. However, we did have a lot of fun. So I'm here to update you on my 50 Shades of Brown project pan. This project was created by Jessica, Amanda, and CeCe. I will link all of these lovely ladies and all of the information about this project in the description box below. So last month I rolled in, I think it was 16 products. No, it was more than 16 because one of the products is an eyeshadow palette where I'm counting each individual eyeshadow as an individual product. So it was 20 something. And we have a few rollouts. And we're going to roll a few new things in. So let's get to it, shall we? I want to show you the 3 products that I have met my goals on here that we can roll out of the project and count them as my first wins for this one. Now listen, I did have a few gimme products in this project. I'm not going to lie. There's 50 products in this project. That gives me a little bit of anxiety, okay? So I acknowledge that I didn't have very far to go on these products to begin with, but I'm still very pleased that I have managed to complete them. First, this is the Jordana Easy Liner in Coco Loco. She is done. I'm hanging on to her just because I can still get a little bit of color off of it, and I kind of want to dupe it. I want to find another liner that's about this depth that has this reddish brown undertone without running orange, because that is something that I do struggle with. So that's why I'm hanging on to this empty here. But also I have it to show you here that we have completed this one and we are checking that one off the list. I also completed my Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum. This was, I think we were a little bit below the halfway point when I brought this in. She is complete. We are all done here. As far as this vitamin C serum goes, I found it very pleasant to use. It had a higher viscosity than the vitamin C serum that I usually use, which is the Dr. Brenner's vitamin C, and it was a lot more gentle on my neck. With the Dr. Brenner's, I can't put that on my neck because the skin on my neck is a bit more sensitive than the skin on the rest of, the skin on my face. And this one I could put on my neck. However, I don't know that it necessarily was as effective as my Dr. Brenner's vitamin C serum. I don't think I saw as many results from the use of this vitamin C serum as I did from the Dr. Brenner's. And I had to be careful with the application of this serum to make sure that it didn't pill up underneath my makeup, where I never had that happen with the Dr. Brenner's vitamin C serum. So this one was done. I don't believe it will be a repurchase, but yeah, I'm happy to have it out of my collection. I'm glad to have another one checked off. The last one, I don't actually have the empty to show you. It was in last month's empties. It was in April empties, but I will show you a little image here. It is my Milani Soft Focus Glow Illuminator. It's one of those, basically one of those Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter type products, but it was very, very thick and it had a very, very peachy cast to it. And I didn't really care for it on my face, so I used it up on my body. I ended up really enjoying it for that purpose. Really, really enjoyed it on the arms and the legs. It gave a nice golden glow. It was very, very pretty. And I was a little bit sad when it was gone, to be perfectly honest, but I am glad to have another item out of my collection. That's exciting to me. Those are the 3 products I have met my goals on. Let's talk about how I'm doing with the other ones that I rolled in, and then we can roll in a few new products. The first thing that I rolled into the project was this, my Bobbi Brown foundation stick. This is in the shade 1.25 Cool Ivory, which is fair for me even in the wintertime. I'm a little closer to my summer shade, especially after that lovely vacation we just had. And so this is very much, did I get some on me? Okay, this is very much a highlighting shade for me right now. And so I don't know how much use I'm going to get on this throughout the summer. I'm going to keep trying to chip away at it. It came into the project at 25.79 grams. I used it 3 times and now it is at 25.69 grams. So a little bit of progress, but not a ton. I think this might be one of those products I'm going to get a little bit more progress on in the fall and winter of this year. I also do think that I'm going to go ahead and decant this now. My idea was that I would use it down to the plastic and then decant it when necessary, but since I'm tracking weight on this one, as soon as I remove it from the packaging, the weights that I'm tracking are useless. So I think I'm going to go ahead and decant this today because honestly, that's not a ton of product left above the plastic right there, as you can see. And then I will take a weight on it now. Since I've only used it 3 times, I'll take a weight on it now. And then we can have a more accurate picture of the progress as far as weight goes throughout the project. The second thing I rolled in is my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I really have been enjoying this contour wand. It is also currently in my That's Expensive project. And I think when I was talking about this during my inventory series, I think I trash talked this a little bit just because in the summertime, I do feel like I need to layer this up in order to get the look that I want. And I have another contour product in this project that I don't have to do that with. And so I tend to prefer that contour project during the summertime. However, during the winter, this has been just a really lovely, easy, elegant contour product. It is really hard to mess this up. It is hard to get it wrong. It is really hard to end up with a stripy face. Yes, if you do want a more sculpted look, or if you have a skin tone that's much deeper than my winter shade, then yes, there is some layering that you have to do. However, if your biggest concern when it comes to contour is not wanting it to look too obvious, this is a beautiful product for that purpose. In any case, I only used this 3 times this month. It came in at 14 grams and it is not going out. We're keeping it in. We're keeping it in at 13.72 grams. The contour that I'm going to show you in a few minutes, I think I'll probably be using that more through the summertime just because it's got more pigment payoff for sure than this one. And so this is probably another product that I'm going to get more use out of during the fall and winter of this year. But we're going to keep on trucking with this one. So next I have my little NYX retractable eyeliner in the shade brown. This is how we're doing here. This came in at 4.43 grams. I used it 3 times. I know I'm really rocking and rolling with this one. And it is currently sitting at 4.39 grams. So we're going to keep on working on that one. I'm pretty confident that that's something I'll be able to use up pretty easily over the next few months. I also rolled in my Sephora Colorful Shadow and Liner stick. It's this stick here. I use this as an eyeshadow base. This came into the project at, let's see, oh, I don't have a weight on it. For whatever reason, I didn't take a weight on this one. I used it 6 times. I took it with me on vacation and used it as my eyeshadow base while I was away. And it is currently sitting at 8.81 grams for whatever that's worth. But I do believe that I have some images of some before and after images to show you of this particular one. This is a really nice eyeshadow base. I'm really enjoying it. I do have to be careful to not over apply because like most eyeshadow bases, if you over apply, you end up with the creasing you were trying to prevent in the first place. The next one I rolled in was the Juvia's Place lip gloss in the shade Brown Sugar. I really like this gloss for kind of toning down lipsticks that I feel have a little bit too much saturation, that are a little bit too punchy. This kind of gives a little murkiness to it that is a little bit more flattering on my less saturated skin tone. I used it 3 times. It came in at 33 grams even, and it is currently at 32.99. So I used it 3 times and apparently used it very sparingly, but we're going to continue with that one as well. The one I don't have here to show you or a weight on it to share with you is my Viore Citrus Solid Conditioner Bar that I rolled in. I used that conditioner 7 times. It is currently downstairs and I don't want to go get it. So it came into the project at 69.90 grams, and I will just go ahead and have editing Rebecca insert the current weight for that conditioner bar. I'm really enjoying that conditioner bar. It is really nice. It's not just nice on the hair. I also really like it for shaving my legs. So it's a nice one. And it smells just absolutely divine. Smells beautiful. The next product that I rolled in was my Holika Honey Blueberry Sleeping Pack. This, I don't have a weight on this because this is a very heavy container. I absolutely could have gone and gotten my kitchen scale and weighed it for you on that one, but I didn't. I have rolled this in to finish. It is, at the moment, a little bit more heavy duty of a nighttime moisturizer that I really need right now that it has kind of warmed up. It's more in the 70s and 80s where I live right now. And so this on most nights is a little bit too much for me. So this is going to be like my Bobbi Brown and my Charlotte Tilbury. I think this is a product that's going to get more use in the fall and winter of this year. I have used it, let's see, I've used it 6 times since rolling it in. So this is really, really lovely. It's very hydrating, and it smells delicious. Delicious. Another one that I did not weigh because she's pretty heavy is this is the Eliza Vecca Milky Piggy Carbonated Bubble Clay Mask. This is a little cute little foaming clay mask that I bought to use with my little girls. I'm not rolling this in to finish simply because I bought it to use with my girls, so they're going to be helping me use it up. I don't know, maybe we might get to the bottom of it. We'll see. I have rolled it in for 10 uses and I have used it twice, which is more than I actually suspected that I would. I'm pleased with that progress. I have a couple of nail polishes that I rolled in as well. I've only used these once. I just couldn't be bothered to do my nails the whole of this last month, preparing for the trip, and then while we were away, I just could not be bothered, and so I just barely got the chance to do my nails. And so this is what I'm wearing now. I'm wearing both of these. This is my Beetles gel nail polish in the shade B071. It's this lovely brown nude that I'm wearing now. I love this. This is my favorite nude nail polish. It came into the project at 59.38 grams and it is currently at 58.93 grams after one use. I also have this. This is my Mei Chow. It is a magnetic tiger's eye nail polish, whatever you want to call it. And this was brand new coming in. I have used this nail polish half of the time. I will actually finish this the next time I have 20 minutes to myself. Both of those nail polishes have been rolled into complete. I don't actually know 100% that that's a reasonable goal, but we're just going to roll with it and see how far we get. All right, next we have one of my favorite bronzers. This is my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade 02 Sunkissed. This is what we're looking like. She had quite a bit of use on her when she first came into the project. She is one of my 24 in 24. I have been working on another bronzer in another project, so this hasn't got as much focused use, but I did manage to use it 6 times since it rolled into the project. It came in at 30.81 grams, and after 6 uses, it is at 30.21 grams. So not a ton of progress on this one, but I am determined to have her finished by the end of the year. All right, I also rolled in my Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder in the shade Universal. This is my absolute holy grail summertime oil controlling primer. This is the packaging here, and it came into the project at 74.79 grams. However, I have since decanted it. I took it with me on vacation, and there was so little product around the rim of this thing. I didn't want to pack this with me. I felt like that was just a little bit of a waste of space. So I actually scraped it all out and put it into one of these little 5-gram jars here. So this is the amount of product we're looking at right here. This little container of product is weighing at 6.56 grams. I have an empty one here that I weighed, and the empty weight for this container is 4.84 grams. So that tells me that the actual product inside here is weighing at about 1.72 grams-ish, okay, with a little bit of give or take, because obviously these containers aren't going to be 100% identical in weight. They're going to be pretty close, but not identical. So we're looking at a gram and a half, close to 2 grams of product in here that I still need to get through before I can call this one an empty. But she's close. She's close. I'm excited about that one. I also rolled in my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick. This is in the shade Mink. Here's where we're at. This one I also didn't have a weight on for whatever reason, but I have used her. Let's see, where'd my sticky note go? I don't know what happened to my sticky note that had the uses on this one, but I believe that I've used this one about 5 times since I rolled it into the project. This is a product that I feel more comfortable using in the summertime when my skin is a little bit deeper and I don't have to worry so much about ending up looking a little muddy or stripy. So this one is going to be, this is the contour that I'm going to be using more during the summer than the Charlotte Tilbury one, simply because it's got more pigmentation payoff and I don't have to layer this one up quite as much, which is useful when my skin tone is a little bit deeper in the summertime. Last, I have my Hershey's Kisses Milk Chocolate Eyeshadow Palette. This is a beautiful little palette. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I have rolled each one of these shades into the project individually, and my goal is to use each one of them 30 times. So far, I have used each one of them once. That was today, with the exception of this one. I have yet to use this shade up here. So we only have one use on each of them. I have got my work cut out for me. If I'm gonna get 30 uses on each one of those shades in there, I gotta buckle down. Okay, so we rolled 3 products out. I am going to be a little ambitious and go ahead and roll another 5 products in. So I'm gonna roll a couple of skincare items in. One of them is gonna be a little bit more on the easy side. This is the Ordinary Alpha Arbutin 2% and hyaluronic acid. I feel like that amber color there is close enough to brown for me to count it into this project. This is a very lovely, lightweight serum. I don't notice that this does a ton for me, to be perfectly honest, and I think that's the reason why I have not yet finished it. It's fine. As far as a serum goes, it's fine. I know Alpha Arbutin has been called Botox in a bottle. I don't know that I see anything miraculous happening from this serum. So I doubt that this will be a repurchase, but it will be nice to finish it and get it out of my collection. Second, I have the Honey Royal Actin Propolis Ampule from Holika. Holika, this came in a set with a moisturizer that I finished a little bit earlier this year. And this one I have been a little bit slower to use because it is very highly fragranced. So I'm not 100% sure that I will use this completely on my face. I might end up using this knees, elbows, other places. It is nice and hydrating. It smells like perfume. It smells like straight perfume. Well, I do actually personally enjoy fragrance in my skincare and in my makeup. I like there to be more skincare or makeup than there is fragrance, and it kind of feels like this is more fragrance than skincare. However, I would like to finish it and get it out of my collection, and same with the amber color of this serum. I'm going to go ahead and count that as close enough to brown to count into this project. So those are both rolling into finish. The next 3 items that I'm rolling in are makeup items. I'm rolling in this Misho Beauty lip liner. I picked this up in a duo for like $3 during a Black Friday sale last year. When I first wore it in the middle of winter, I was like, oh, this is a very deep brown lip liner. She's purple, y'all. She is purple. And it wasn't until my skin tone does tend to warm up when it deepens a little bit. It's really interesting to me. Like the lipstick that I'm wearing right now, it looks like a cool pinky nude, right? This is a lipstick that during the winter, I feel like I can't wear because it reads straight orange on me, straight orange. However, when I do tan a little bit, it obscures my green undertones enough that colors read wildly different on me. This is such an awkward swatch, but she's purple. That I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but she is purple right now. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and roll her into finish. Let's see how much product we've got in here. She's new. I picked her up during a Black Friday sale. So hopefully we'll be able to finish this completely by the end of this project. I think that's pretty reasonable. Okay, this is kind of a gimme product and kind of not. This is my Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer in the shade, what is this shade here? Deep Caramel. So I used this as a contour when I first purchased it. It is a little bit on the warm side. It doesn't blend as easily as I would like it to. It's got one of these little poofs on top. I know it was one of the earlier I know there's a zillion now, but it was one of the earlier dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. This is not my favorite. However, look at this. That's an airless pump, and we got this much left. Actually, I'm not sure exactly where this stops, but I feel like that's something I ought to be able to do. So despite the fact that this is not my favorite, I can make it work. It's a lot easier for me to make it work because it's on the warmer side. It's a lot easier for me to make it work in the summertime than it is in the winter. So this is the perfect time to roll this in and try to get it completed and out of my collection. Last, this is my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Rose Gold. This is a illuminator that I prefer to use on my body, and this will be a good replacement for the Milani Soft Focus Glow product that just rolled out, and this is the season to be using it. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this in to finish. Again, that's a little bit ambitious, but I'm going to shoot for it. I'm going to shoot for it. I'm going to see how far I can get into it. Listen, I'm not going to be hedging my bets with these goals out of fear of not completing all of them. If I were to complete 30 of my 50 goals in this project by next April, I would consider that a win. I would consider that a big win, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to shoot for all 50 and I'm going to give it my best. But 50 is a lot of projects. That is a big goal. That is a big goal. That is a much bigger goal as far as completing products that I have ever done in my life. So if I were to hit 60% completion, I'd be happy with that. Because of that, some of the things I'm rolling into this may not be reasonable. These may be overly ambitious goals, but I'm going to go for it and I'm going to see how far I can get. I'm not going to be more conservative with my goals just out of fear of not completing the goals. So I'm going to go for broke, y'all. And that is it. Those are the products that I have completed my goals on, the ones I am still working on. I feel like I'm real close with a couple of them. I'm real close. And the products that I am rolling into this project to hopefully complete over the next few months. I hope this was in some way entertaining to you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.